So I am the photographer and videographer here. So I am an artist outside of here and a barista. I create a lot of drawings, ceramic sculptures, and I do a lot of like custom painted clothes. I spent 6 years in the Ohio Army National Guard as a chaplain assistant or a religious affairs specialist. So I have a lot of fun stories there. In my free time, I spend a lot of time thrifting and going to the Ohio Valley Antique Mall. That's one of my favorite places to go. So I'm usually there or Goodwill. I never really thought that I would work in a church. I didn't really have anything against it. I just didn't really think that that was like a job. So it was just kind of cool because I spent this past year teaching at high school. I taught high school art, and then this position kind of just fell into place. And so it was kind of cool just that I felt like the Lord can really use like some of my gifts and my talents here in a practical setting for the kingdom. It's more of a conversation than a piece of advice, but I was having a conversation actually with my therapist, and we had a conversation, or she introduced the topic to me on kind of exploring who God is, so all of his different attributes. So him as like a motherly figure, as a fatherly figure, as a nurturer, as a healer, as provider, and so just like exploring each of his different roles and each of his different like traits about him. And so I feel like I love learning new things about who he is, and so just seeing his handprint in everything is what really has just kind of like brought this like deeper curiosity of wanting to know more about who he is in all aspects. I think one of the biggest ways that I see him moving in my life right now is through a ministry that I get to help lead with my best friend. It's called Gardens of Grace. She's also named Grace, so that's why the name is there. So it's really cool because we have a lot of women in there that maybe it's their first time in church, or they've never been to church at all before in their life. They just kind of show up and they want like a better sense of community. And through that, just getting to see their relationship with the Lord grow. And so we have like, for example, we have one girl who each week she holds people accountable for like, okay, you're praying this week, hey, we need you to close out, and then she keeps us on track. And so it's like, it's really cool to see like people who grow from kind of not having a relationship with God, or even if they do, just to see how deep they get, and then having like the girls each week come in and be like, oh, I saw God do this in my life, or like we'll send something in the group text and then it'll be like 3 more people will see the same thing. And so it's just kind of like really cool confirmation from God that he's like in this group too.